Joining us on the news to discuss this is Bolu Michael-Biyi, a global affairs analyst. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. So tell us, what's your reaction to Judge McCarthy's ruling allowing the office to continue prosecuting Donald Trump and his co-defendants with the condition that Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade must step down?
Well, I think the outcome is kind of expected in the sense that, there has to be a link between Donald Trump or the district attorney or the special prosecution before we can say that there's a conflict of interest. So it's not really a surprise to me about the outcome, because it's been a long case, and when the district attorney took office, she met about 16,000 cases due to the COVID pandemic, and she kind of prioritized the Donald Trump case so that to be able to meet everything be sorted before the elections that's coming up later in the year. So it's just a case of removing the bad apple. The solution for a headache is not to cut off the head. So if you have five apples, and one of them is bad, just throw away the one that is bad so it won't contaminate the remaining four, instead of throwing all the apples away. I think that's what Judge McCarthy did, which is expected and pretty fair in my opinion.
Okay, I will still need you to help us understand this better. Now, Willis had a romantic relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, who she hired to supervise the case against Trump and 14 others for allegedly trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election in the state. So the judge said the romantic affair had created a significant appearance of impropriety. But then how does that amount to a conflict of interest?
Not amount to conflict of interest per se, because the court does not like to delve much into the personal lives of individuals. It's not a matrimonial cause. It's strictly a case between the district attorney and the special prosecution. And let's not forget as well that these individuals, they have a fundamental human right to family and private life. So what they are trying to establish in the case is if there's a link, the nexus, even if no matter how tenuous, that is slight, as the court will say, if there's a link between Donald Trump and the district attorney, as well as or Donald Trump and the special prosecution. That way, we know that it can vitiate the outcome of the result or the outcome of the judgment that may come on Donald Trump, because we can say that either of them may receive some form of remuneration or benefit from Donald Trump, but there's no link. So the outcome of the result of the judgment is not really surprising. There's no link between them and Donald Trump.
All right. So if Willis refuses to remove Wade, McCarthy said it will refer the case to the prosecuting attorney's council of Georgia for reassignment, and that's an option that would almost certainly delay the trial well past the November 5 presidential election. So is that going to be a major setback for Donald Trump's presidential bid?
I don't think so, because Donald Trump has gone too far right now not to get the ticket. So whatever the outcome may be, whether it's referred or maybe till later, Georgia is too small in terms of electoral votes, or even if they're not, elections are going to take place in Georgia, it's not enough to vitiate the entire election or the U.S. election. If the election doesn't take place in Georgia, it doesn't mean Donald Trump cannot still be president. If there's no primary in Georgia, Donald Trump has gone too far for him not to clinch it. I think he's still going to get the points. He's still going to get what is required, the cutoff for him to be to be able to get the ticket or even the presidency as a whole in the general election. So I don't think it affects significantly Donald Trump presidential bid in any way. I think he'll just stay in the corner and actually be laughing at them. Okay, so they've been trying to prosecute. They don't have their house together.
Okay, so then how do you see this ruling shaping the future of the case and its implications for similar high-profile prosecutions in the future?
I also don't think that it will affect the future of other high-profile cases, because each case is different. Each case is unique. Before this case, there's been several other cases, and there's not been instances like this. We can as well say that what happened, that why is it not shaping the future, which is the current. So there's no assurance that this current case would affect other high-profile cases, because each case is unique, each case is different. I think where it affects Georgia most is their reputation. I've lived in Georgia for a bit, and they seem to kind of tolerate a lot of sexual and romantic aberrations. And if this is happening at the court level, who are meant to be the custodians of individual and corporate morality, and this is happening, I think it casts a dark cloud or aspersion on the reputation of Georgia. Otherwise, I don't think it affects any future high-profile cases.
Okay. Bolu Michael-Biyi, thank you so much for talking to us.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.